Welcome back to Frog Boy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today we are pretty satisfied, pretty actually happy. I was able to get a 5070 Ti. I had to buy a bundle, and it comes with a power supply, but as you know, man, we just recently bought that CyberPower PC, and it's got one damn really cheap PSUs in it, so it kind of worked out nicely. I did have to pay $1,200 though, so I ended up paying $939 for the Asus Prime, as well as the Asus 750 watt power supply. Now it is fully modular, so it's gonna be awesome. I'll be able to put it in there. I'll do the full upgrade. We'll have the new freaking the new GPU. Literally, I was gonna buy a new PSU for this freaking PC anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So that's gonna make a good video, watching me do a freaking PSU swap on this, and then we'll check out the other PSU that came with this. Maybe even take it apart and maybe look at some of the components inside it. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but yeah, when I opened that up and it was just a no-name freaking PSU, I was like, oh man, this is gonna suck. And that's been my whole plan the whole time, was to I just needed a second build. And you know, the 4070 Super, a friend at work is going to pick that up from me, and so, you know, the 7800X3D, that pretty much gives me the same, you know, overall the same freaking build that I already got, you know, pretty much a 7800X3D in the other build with 32 gigs of RAM. So this PC might still be getting a few more updates. I might do a new board. I might actually just pick up an Asus board, you know, like a B650 or a B650 from Asus. Obviously, I'll slot the 7800X3D right in there. Probably get some Corsair RAM, just like the stuff I've got right now. So that'll, I mean, obviously I got the Mag, the MSI Mag Tomahawk in my other PC. So, I mean, obviously it'll be a little bit different, but this one here, I'll kind of just, seeing as I got the Asus card and the Asus power supply, might as well get the Asus board and maybe even an Asus, I don't know, man. I don't know. It is what it is. Just kind of turn it into, I kind of do like that case. I do like the white case because it kind of just matches the PlayStation 5 Pro. It matches the ROG Ally. Yeah, we'll just do it. We'll just go all out on freaking white or whatever. Obviously the card's black, but yeah, dude, I'm pretty excited about that. So I should be getting it sometime next week, hopefully between the 27th and the 3rd of March. So that'll be pretty cool. Can't wait to get that in my patty cakes and start doing some testing on that. First of all, before I get my 9070 XT, we'll be able to run it next to the 7900 XTX. We'll be able to get some valuable data that way as well. Having two builds is so easy. I actually had my old 8 terabyte hard drive that I had for my Xbox One X, this big spinning hard drive that I'm just like, dude, I'm just capturing all kinds of footage from the Nvidia thing. So I'm like, dang, this is pretty exciting. And you know, guys, I gotta say this. I've been pretty harsh on Nvidia, and a lot of that, I mean, a lot of that is stuff that obviously I should have went out of my way to research for more or better, to find, you know, the settings and how to set up these cards properly a long time ago. You know, I'm that kind of guy, okay? And I know there's a lot more of you out there. I know there's a lot of us. We're like, we just want to pay the money and play. We just want to give you the money and we want to come home and we want to play. We don't have to worry about stupid settings. We have the console mindset. Okay, and I am guilty of that, like no other. Am I getting out of that set? Yeah, absolutely. The more stuff I learn on PC, the more my experience transforms the way I think, the way I see things, and the way I do things. But yeah, I got that mindset, and I'm sure a lot of other people out there are going to have the same mindset I do. You're going to go out, you're going to spend your $1,700, your $2,500 on your PC, and you're just going to want to, boom, crank everything to ultra. You're just going to want to play. And you do not want to deal with stuff that you like, hey man, I paid this much money, my PS5 was $500, and now I got this thing and it should be able to do what I want it to do. That is, you know, I remember when I started this channel and people were telling me, hey Frog, man, you gotta check your expectations, or something along those lines, that I gotta manage my expectations. And I was like, no, dude, no. And so that's pretty much the mindset that I've had for PC gaming since is like, no, man, I'm spending all this money. I want what I want. Like, this shit better look right and it better play right. But, you know, when you look at it from that point of view, okay, and then I buy like an AMD card and I put it in there and it's just boom, everything auto setup, auto do this, auto do that. I'm just like, damn, and then it starts blowing me away game after game after game. I'm just like, damn, this looks insane, and it's so easy to get in there and set up and do this and do that. And it just feels like the user experience just feels so much more like that console experience. It's almost like plug and play to the point where it's like, damn, this is awesome. So then when I got the, oh wait, why did my freaking screen go off? So that way when I got, you know, so when I'm going through the Nvidia, and you got to get in here, like I said in the last video, you got to set up, you know, your monitors and all of that stuff. You got to get in there. I get why Nvidia does it though, okay? And I was thinking about this earlier today. Hey, if I was like doing like work shit on my PC, you know, I want this thing set up. They basically come set up as work GPUs. Okay, for creativity, stuff like that. That's the way they come set up. If you want them for like color and setting them up for freaking like watching videos and stuff like that, yeah, you're gonna have to do a little bit of tinkering. But out of the box settings, they're set for a work GPU. They're not set up for. They are definitely not set up for that gamer experience. So. Yeah, if Nvidia can fix some of that stuff, make this better, oh my gosh, this could be a freaking killer app. But dang, man, the stumbling blocks along the way of, you know, getting into PC and going with Nvidia, man, there's a lot you got to learn. There is, and it sucks, but once you get it set up today, so. At first, so I've only been testing games so far that require, you know, that have already gotten patched with the new Transformer model and stuff. Well, today I started experimenting with games that are not, that you can go ahead and you can force driver level Transformer support. I'm like this Horizon Forbidden West or Horizon Zero Dawn. Okay, I turned it on that, and I'm sitting there and I'm playing this game, and that absolutely blew my freaking mind how damn good it was on performance mode. I'm like, are you kidding me? So is what I did. You guys know I like to do this on the AMD side. I like to use virtual super resolution on Nvidia. It is called DSR, or DLSR. And that's dynamic super resolution or whatever for short, whereas on AMD it's called virtual super resolution. So what I will do is I will run my game at 4K resolution, and then I will downsample to like a 1440p monitor. So before on DLSS, on performance or whatever, like it just didn't give me that look that I can get with AMD. Whew, boy. But this Transformer model, so is what I'm doing, Kate. Like this is crazy, because when I when I use virtual super resolution on AMD, I can run it at like ultra performance, and it like crushes it down, and it just looks absolutely freaking pristine. With DLSS, okay, so is what I did is I took DLSS performance mode, I turned the sharpening completely down. And I'm looking at this game and I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? This stuff looks so good and so detailed, and the color just pops so much thanks to that beautiful 10-bit color. Man, this is like, it's almost like I'm seeing DLSS for the first time, and I'm like, oh my gosh, getting giddy about it and stuff, because it's like, dang, man, that shit looked really, really good. And I'm like, oh man. It almost like seriously, AMD absolutely needs to make FSR4 available on 7000 series cards minimum, and if they can bring it all the way back to 6000 series cards. You know, I said in another video the other day that I thought that, you know, upscaling is a casual thing, and I still remain by it. I mean, we should not be paying $1,000 for GPUs to run an upscaler. I don't think that is legitimate, but as a tool, okay, as a tool, and this is where my stance is going to be going forward, as a tool to be able to utilize the other tools that I like to use. And I've kind of always, you know, been like, all right, I'll use FSR or whatever if I'm trying to utilize VSR, ooh, boy, to try to keep that frame rate high or higher, so it's at least playable and stuff. And so that there's always been something that I'll do. But you know, guys, when I look at what these upscalers can do, and I kind of feel like we're at a point now where upscalers are almost good enough, you know, like it's like tessellation, man. Tessellation comes out and then it gets better and then it hits a wall. Like that's the best it's going to ever do. And then, you know, and I kind of feel like that's where upscalers are now. I don't necessarily think that they're going to get significantly better than what they are right now. I mean, they might. I mean, for all we know, the AMD 9070 XT is going to come out in a couple of weeks, well, actually 2 weeks now. It's going to come out, and FSR4 is going to compete very well with DLSS. It's gonna give you cleaner image quality. It's going to upscale your image better. It's going to do what it's supposed to do. And then it will be like, oh, well, it's good enough. You know what I mean? Like that is pretty much everybody's main complaint now, is that we're getting unoptimized games and they are relying heavily on upscalers. So the fact that AMD is finally bringing an AI upscaler to market, that's good. But I definitely think it would help them gain and retain a lot of market share if they bring it to 7000 series cards. Not doing that is dumb, especially with the way DLSS 4 transformer model looks. It's dumb to leave all those people out there that bought the 7000 series cards out in the cold. They want to be able to utilize that purchase for a long term. And, you know, not everybody's a freaking YouTuber that can just go out and buy new GPUs every generation to test them and make content. A lot of people are buying like a 7900 XTX or an XT or 7800 XT, and they want to use these cards for multiple generations. They want to utilize those and hang on to those and actually get their money's worth. So it would be very foolish of AMD to not bring some sort of AI upscaling to those GPUs. They can do it. They can absolutely freaking do it. I mean, you can just turn on XeSS and look at just how much better the image quality can be over stuff on FSR. That should tell you all you need to know. AMD needs to do this, and they need to do it, and they need to do it fast. They need to do it so that the people that just invested in 7900 XTX or XT or all of these GPUs can feel secure with their purchase. Because if they don't, and these people go to Nvidia and they see what Nvidia offers with DLSS 4 transformer mode, I can see people being pretty bitter. I mean, I would be. I mean, going forward, like I would be. Like if I never get FSR 4 on my 7900 XTX, I'm going to be a little bit bitter about that. I'm going to be bitter because I plan on keeping that card for a while. So yeah, guys, this is interesting. I got my 5070 Ti, should be here next week. I got a new power supply, we're gonna hook that up. I'm actually still kind of considering buying a motherboard before it even gets here, swapping out my motherboard and stuff, but I don't know. I don't know if I need, I don't know, man. This whole PC stuff can kind of get a little bit annoying sometimes. So I don't know, man. If I do that, then I'm going to want to go all out and I'm going to want to hook this PC up a little bit better. I don't know, man. I have issues. So, all right, my friends, if you guys like this content, do not forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.